Okay, let's try this again. So high pressure over the west coast, disorganized cloud mass offshore, not going to do a whole lot to our weather. But we have a pretty interesting scenario out towards the Rockies. This is going to affect Thanksgiving travel. Now we do have snow already from Salt Lake City all the way out towards Denver. So those two particular airports, they could have some delays due from the snow. Now we're going to be looking at, for the next 12 hours, we're going to be looking through tomorrow morning. It's still some widespread snow from Salt Lake City out through Denver. So again, we could be planning in terms of some delays over there. Now this system eventually will start to push off towards the east once we get through Saturday morning, but the lingering effects, even if it's not directly over Salt Lake City, there still could be delays from other parts of the country from flights coming in. So keep this in mind if you do have anybody east of the Rockies coming back home for the end of the weekend. But once we get through Sunday morning, if you're one of those people that likes to take an early flight to head back home from vacation, well, for Detroit, Chicago, out towards St. Louis, what we're going to be looking at is some snow. So there could be some delays out over there as well. So keep that in mind again if you have friends and family heading home. Now we could be looking at some morning fog west of the Cascades for tomorrow morning, and we'll be looking at plenty of cloud cover east of the Cascades, but we're going to be looking at some pretty good sunshine once we get into the afternoon. Now we're going to have some pretty strong northerly flow for the next couple of days still, so that results in sunshine but very cold mornings for the next couple of mornings as well. Now once we get towards Tuesday of next week, there's some conflicting data whether this weak area of low pressure will actually move onshore and give us a little bit of rain here in southern Oregon, or if it actually moves into California and misses us entirely. So there is a chance of rain for Tuesday and into Wednesday of next week. And then we're starting to get into a bit of a stormier pattern once we get towards the end of the week. So we could finally be looking at some decent rain and mountain snow by then. Current temperatures east of the Cascades already pretty cold, between 25 and 30 degrees, mid to high 30s up and down I-5, still 40s along the Oregon coast, but remember there is that freeze warning for Port Orford up to the north. Temperatures getting close to that freezing mark, but not so for Brookings. You're looking at 42. Freezing fog possible here in Medford at 29, 21 for Klamath Falls. Breezy conditions generally from north towards the south, east of the Cascades, 10 to 25 miles an hour. Same kind of scenario along the Oregon coast, about 20 to 30 miles an hour. So breezy conditions, 54 is forecast high for Medford, 37 chilly degrees in Lakeview, 44 for Klamath Falls. So here's your 7-day forecast for the Oregon coast. Temperatures staying into the 50s for the next several days. Might see some rain by Tuesday and Wednesday. For Northern California, 40s for the next couple of days, warming back up into the low 50s, but no real rain threat till Wednesday, but very cold overnight lows into the teens and 20s. For the Klamath Basin, you'll stay in the 40s and you'll stay dry for the next 7 days, but very cold overnight lows, generally looking into the teens. Maybe we might get into the low 20s. For the Cascades, very cold mornings as well, into the 20s, highs into the 40s. Next chance of rain or snow holds off until Wednesday of next week. And the Rogue Valley will stay dry until about Tuesday, but again, very cold overnight lows into the 20s.